Like, bruh, this man had that double wide surprise. Oh boy, today's video is a very special video. Welcome to a WansWrld's Christmas special, and I would just like to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you all. Today we're going to be spending our Christmas with the Fairly OddParents, Season 1, Episode 7, Christmas Every Day. Now this episode kicks off with Chester and AJ sledding down a super steep hill when they crash into my guy Santa. He was just trying to do his job. Come on you guys. Now Chet You Betcha says the most funniest thing.
I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Bruh, and just look at this man's Timmy's face. He looks fed up. But it turns out Timmy was actually upset because he was spending his Christmas Eve with evil Vicky. She was making this man wrap her gifts or whatever she was calling that boy. Timmy says, "This sucks. Every Christmas Eve, I'm stuck doing whatever Vicky wants me to do." Cosmo was like, "Yeah, remember last year when she sold you and your friends as ice sculptures?" And guess who the buyer was? It was Timmy's dad. This man had bought Chester and AJ saying, "Timmy will love this for Christmas." Hilarious. Timmy's dad has to be in my top 5 stupidest cartoon dads of all time. But yeah, the reason Timmy gets stuck with Vicky every Christmas Eve is because his parents are out shopping. So basically, every year his parents wait until the very last minute to shop. That's all I'm hearing. Now this is when Vicky comes in and she was dropping off the last present for Timmy to wrap. I'm guessing this was fruitcake. But yeah, Timmy had asked Vicky who all these gifts were for, and she says they weren't for anyone. She just liked making my guy Timmy work. She tosses these wrapped cakes in the fireplace, and as she's doing this, we see that Timmy's parents had made their way back from the store, and for some odd reason they decided to come in through the chimney. His dad says,
"Merry Christmas, Timmy!"
We're ho home.
That's like a running joke right now. But Vicky transforms from evil babysitter mode back to deceiving nice little witch. She says, "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Turner. Is it time for my Christmas bonus?" Timmy's dad was like, "Yup, you get to leave early. Now get the fuck out." And at this very moment, my guys Chester and AJ were passing by. This man then pulls out a blowtorch. Yeah, looks like we're having Vicky stew tonight. Bruh. And when the Turners kick Vicky out, they start getting in that mode. They decorate their home, and they had totally went all out, as you can see. I mean, just look at the way these guys decorate the outside of their house. Let me find out this is what my neighbor does a few houses down from me, because he's a older man, but every Christmas they have hella items in the yard. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that guy. Now Timmy was super excited because tomorrow was Christmas, and he asked his parents if they had to work tomorrow because he was terrified of spending Christmas with Vicky. But they say, "Nah, the only thing we have to do tomorrow is be with you and drink eggnog, of course." Speaking of eggnog, how many of you guys drink it? Let me know down below. Now it was later on that night, or shall I say early that morning, because my guy Timmy was up waiting on the sun to rise. Come on, come on. It's Christmas. It's freaking Christmas. Cosmo, Wanda, wake up. It's Christmas. Man, hold on. I just realized something. Isn't it Christmas every day for this man? He literally has Fairly OddParents. Timmy goes in his parents' room to wake them up, and just look at his dad. This man had made love to the eggnog last night. Remind me not to drink out of that one. Yeah, now they head downstairs, and Santa Claus had totally hooked them up. He brought this man a whole freaking spaceship. Hold on, man. Santa, how come Timmy gets a freaking spaceship, but when I asked for you to give me the ability to time skip like this man hit, that was asking for too much. And look at this cool dark laser statue with the neon green sword. I'm jealous. Timmy had so many gifts, he didn't even know where to start. This man was experiencing heaven on earth. He says, "It's amazing, and I don't have to share any of this." Yeah, being a only child definitely has its perks. So Timmy dives in head first, and his dad was still going on about this freaking eggnog. This guy. Now, if you watched this show growing up, then you know the Fairly OddParents had some banger music in it, and this Christmas episode was no exception. I absolutely love the songs from this show. But trouble awaits us because it's Christmas Day, and at the end of this song, Timmy makes a wish while while falling asleep, saying he wished it could be Christmas every single day. Now, even though Cosmo and Wanda saw that Timmy was nodding off when he made this wish, he still said, "I wish." And every time Timmy says those words, whatever follows after it, Cosmo and Wanda have to make that wish. Now let's take a step back and really observe this situation. Think about your favorite holiday. Now think about reliving that same holiday every single day. That's freaking horrifying, especially for me because my favorite holiday is Halloween. I couldn't imagine going through that shit every day. So they make the wish and Timmy says,
It's Christmas! Again!
and it looks like his dad had added more eggnog to the collection. Timmy busts in their room and says, "Merry Christmas!" again. His mom says, "Christmas? But you have to go to school and we have to go to work." But they look at the calendar and it still said December 25th. And when he rips off Monday, Tuesday said the 25th as well. Timmy goes back downstairs and it looks like Santa had swung by again. Timmy was excited about this, but I could see the concern in Cosmo and Wanda's face. But of course, Timmy was just enjoying his second Christmas, not having a care in the world. Just look at this man. He had the most fun he's ever had in these last 2 days. But honestly, I'm still concerned about the concern Wanda and Cosmo had in their faces. Maybe this wasn't just some harmless wish. Timmy is known for making horrible wishes, but let's just see how this plays out. Now Timmy's parents were tucking him in when Timmy says, "I had the best 2 days ever. Wouldn't it be cool if we could just be together like this all the time?" His dad was like, "Yeah, but unfortunately, me and your mom have to go back to work." Now his parents were in for a rude awakening because we obviously know Timmy had wished for it to be Christmas every single day. So they were sleeping, and why is this man sleeping with a freaking roller in his head? Yeah, we see how he gets that one little curl so perfect now. Now this time, this man Timmy pops up out of his eggnog and screams, "It's Christmas again!" Now as we can see, the snow was starting to build up because it snowed that first Christmas day. And since Timmy made that stupid wish, it's just going to keep snowing every day. And this is when we start to see some of the after effects of this wish. This time when Timmy heads downstairs, he's not met with a bunch of gifts. He dives down, but is only met with the floor this time. So what was different about this day? Wanda says, "I'm sure Santa is doing the best he can. He's never had to make gifts for this many Christmases before." His dad says, "Well, if we're gonna have a fourth day of Christmas, I guess I'm gonna need some more eggnog." And when he opens the door, he's met with a wall of snow. Yeah, my guy, you ain't going nowhere. Now as you can see, the Christmas carolers were exhausted because they had now been singing for 15 days straight. Yeah, this was the 15th day of Christmas and everyone was getting sick of it. How about you guys just stop singing? Seems simple to me. Now Timmy was passing through the city with Wanda and Cosmo when he says, "Man, this is awesome." But Che You Betcha says,
This is the worst. It's ho-ho horrible.
"Bro, hilarious. I can't with this guy." But now Timmy is starting to see why this wish was really stupid. We all know everything closes on Christmas, so this means the banks were closed and people were mad as hell because they couldn't access their money. But when I think about this, that won't matter either. You see, the grocery stores were closed as well, so it wouldn't matter even if they did have their money. They couldn't go grocery shopping. And also the schools were closed. But this man Chester says,
I'm good with this.
now things were starting to get out of control. People started doing everything they could to prevent another visit from Santa. Even the freaking army were trying to get Santa the fuck out of here. They had set up a whole trap for this man Santa, and they even take it a step further and pretend to be asleep. And apparently this works because when Santa shows up, they shoot lasers at this man. They even hit his hat. Santa was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you people? I'm just doing my job." And as the city of Townsville starts to fall apart, everyone had one thing on their mind: who was responsible for this and how can we tear them limb from limb? Timmy says, "Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?" Cosmo was like, "Yeah, he's cute when he's angry." Hella sus, Cosmo. You get 3 strikes, my guy, then you're the fuck out of here. Now the real problem starts when Timmy tries to undo this wish, except he couldn't because Cosmo and Wanda didn't have enough power. You see, every Christmas, all the fairies would come together and lend a lot of their power to Santa. And this really helps Santa because it takes a lot of energy and magic to deliver gifts to every single household in the world. And we saw all the stuff Timmy got alone. So imagine trying to do this for every single home in the world. Now things get really interesting when Timmy gets cornered by all the other holidays. Yeah, you heard that right. The Easter Bunny says,
"And you are in a lot of trouble, kid."
You see, all the other holidays were pissed for an obvious reason. With it being Christmas every day, they would never get to spread joy to kids ever again, and this made them completely useless. The Easter Bunny says Timmy better undo the wish or he was going to get his ass beat. This man was a savage, but Wanda explains to the Easter Bunny that they didn't have enough power to undo the wish. Timmy says, "What?" Yeah, this was the first time he was hearing of this, because up until this point, they kept this information away from Timmy. Why they did this? I have no clue. Maybe he could have started working on a solution faster if Timmy knew this. Like, come on. Y'all have been jingle belling for 15 days straight now. Now, Wanda says that usually their power will return after Christmas, but yeah, it's all this extra power that gives Santa the ability to transform into the Santa that we all know and love today. Now, what I will say about this episode is that Timmy didn't make this wish to be selfish. We have to keep one important factor in mind. Timmy has fairies in the first place because of the neglect of his parents. So when Timmy made this wish, he was just wanting to spend more time with his parents. It's honestly sad that he spends more time with Vicky than his actual parents, but I guess Cosmo and Wanda are like his parents in a way. Timmy says, "I didn't even realize what I had done. I made everyone so sick of Christmas, so sick that everyone wants to get rid of Santa." Cupid says, "He's right. As long as Santa is around, it'll be Christmas forever." So they had devised a plan to vanish Santa to the imaginary day of February 33rd, so he would cease to exist. And he says they would need a little magic to do so. So they kidnap Cosmo and Wanda and leave Timmy stranded. Now Timmy knows he has to make it to the North Pole before they do, or things were gonna get really bad. So while he was at home searching through his toys, his dad says, "Man, I've looked under this high-speed snowmobile, this portable power generator, all this survival gear, and this detailed map to the North Pole, so simple that even a 10-year-old could read it, and I still can't find my eggnog anywhere." Bruh, this just fell into this man's Timmy's lap. Now before Timmy heads out, he sends out a cryptic message online telling everybody that he was about to go on a very deadly long mission, and he says, "If you see me along the way, help me!
Help me! Help me!
And it was a good thing that Timmy did this, because while on his way to the North Pole, he runs out of gas, but then he's approached by this girl on a horse and gives him the gas he needs to keep going. She says she has seen this message online. Now Timmy had almost made it there without anything bad happening until...
Well, that's inconvenient.
Yeah, so now he didn't have a way to make the rest of the trip, so guess what he does? Timmy is somehow able to fool the other holidays into thinking that he's just another holiday who's trying to get Santa. Complete idiots, man. Now on their way there, Timmy manages to flat one of their tires with the fairy's crowns, which he then sneaks away because he wanted to beat them to Santa. And we also see the funniest thing, because while the Easter Bunny is observing the flat, we see this man New Year's was just double cheeked up on a Tuesday. Like, bruh, this man had that double wide surprise. Shout out to Meat Cannon. But it turns out that Timmy was the one who had stole New Year's pamper, and he uses this as a sled to get to Santa. Yeah, I think I would have rather walked or something. Now this man busts in and says, "Dude, you gotta get out of here." Santa says, "Who are you? And why do you smell like a dirty diaper?" Wait, isn't Santa supposed to know everyone, or am I tripping?
Okay.
Now as he was trying to explain to them that they were in danger, he is rudely interrupted by you know who. They bust in, and my guy Cupid was ready for all the smoke. Just look at him. Now Santa's wife says, "What are you lesser holidays doing here?" Bruh, I mean, she just straight disrespected them out the gate. The Easter Bunny says, "We're here to stop Santa and steal all the magic, of course. Get him!" And right before the guys attack Santa, they land under a mistletoe. Hilarious. Now Cupid rocks this man Santa, and they all begin this all-out battle. But this fight was somewhat one-sided because Santa really didn't have any help. I mean, Timmy couldn't really do anything, and Cosmo and Wanda also couldn't help. Santa was at a really big disadvantage because every time he tried to return fire, they would just absorb all his magic using Cosmo and Wanda like sponges, and they end up draining all of Santa's powers. April Fool's then wraps him up, and at this point, it wasn't looking too good for Santa. The Easter Bunny was about to drop this huge bomb on him, but Timmy ends up getting help from the same girl that gave him the gas earlier. And this time, she had brought a whole freaking army. They surround the other holidays, and the Easter Bunny says, "Wait, we can't fight kids. We just wanted Santa out of the way so that we could spread our own holiday joy, so they will love us too." So even though they were about to kill this man Santa, I mean, I guess they really didn't have a choice, because with it being Christmas every day, they wouldn't be needed anymore. And at that point, they might as well just be dead. And at the end of this episode, the other holidays end up apologizing to Santa and give him all his magic back. And this is when Timmy finally figured out a way to reverse this crazy wish. He tells every kid in the world to write a letter to Santa asking him to make it the next day after Christmas, because if every kid wished for this, then Santa would have no choice but to bring it to them. And before you know it, Christmas was finally over, and the city of Townsville were getting back to their normal regular lives. And this wish was so bad that they added a ban on this wish in the rules book. This man Timmy and his wishes. But let me know what you guys think about this Christmas episode in the comments down below, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. But until next time, peace.